Alright guys, we're back for another video, and this one is a lot different than videos I've done in the past. I've never covered Dokkan on this channel. It's just because I don't know, like, it's kind of a game I passively play, but I'm not that passionate about it, and I feel like the ecosystem of Dokkan YouTubers is oversaturated. So it's usually something I stray away from, but I have not been seeing something about Dokkan that I thought I would have saw from a lot of people, and it was just like a straight up video just like dissing the 11th anniversary. The 11th anniversary by far is the worst anniversary I've played through in all my time playing Dokkan. Now I said I'm not that passionate about Dokkan, but I've been playing ever since the 3rd anniversary with physical Gogeta and Int Vegito. The current account I play on is a rerolled like Japanese account because I really wanted a Tech Full Power Jiren back when he came out. So before the 6th anniversary, my account Tanabata before the 6th anniversary, my account has been existed. But I first started playing. Actually, it was before the 3rd anniversary. It was when I don't know. I think my memory at that point is very vague because that was that 8 years ago. So, and I really didn't understand the game. I just remember a banner had a Tech Vegito and STR Rose, but I'm not sure if that was them coming back on a banner and me thinking, oh, they're so cool, or like that being their banner. But I remember I played before then. I played before actually Ain't UI got his awakening in STR Jiren. So I've been here for a while. And this has been like the most dissatisfactory anniversary for me ever. And it's by a long shot. And maybe that's coming off the heels of the 10th anniversary. But the one thing about the 10th anniversary is I wasn't too much of a fan of the headliners for the 10th anniversary. But like the events themselves were very entertaining, at least for myself, and some of the units were still very fun, like AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I did enjoy STR Evolution Blue Vegeta a little. I like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. The headliners I kind of find. I like Tech Vegito, but I could only use him as a friend because I used my free unit Dragonstone on AGL Jiren, probably one of my biggest regrets yet, because I still don't have Tech Vegito. But as using him as a friend, I enjoyed him. But AGL Gogeta, I hate that unit with every fiber of my being, and it's just because of the Vegeta portion. I hate the Vegeta portion. But side tangent aside, this is the worst anniversary ever. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just like put it into words why it sucks. Alright, so I got the units pulled up. First thing I want to address is the units, because even if a unit is good, I still feel like they can be objectively a bad unit, and we'll get into that. So we got this STR Goku. He was in the wait up period to the anniversary. Kind of sucks, and it was really disappointing that he sucks, especially since I had him. I was really sad. But he wasn't too offensive, you know? But maybe he was a prelude to show how the 11th anniversary would be. Because, like, he sucks. This guy, he can't tank for anything, and then you want to get attacked, and then you can never get his active skill. So, like, starting for, yeah, 10 hits. You're not getting that. You're not. Maybe in the choice battle we'll get into, but he doesn't stack. He's not meant for long events. I guess he stacks for a couple turns, but he's not made for long events. So you just can't get his kit. Makes no sense. 7 more attacks. You're not getting that. Like, he's a chud. Bottom line. All right. So we got Mega Chud right here. We have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Okay, at first I hated this unit, to be honest. But as a character, as a unit in the game, he's fine. This, where is it? This, wait, no. Where's the unit super? Oh, is it first? No. This website doesn't have it. But, you know what? You know, I'll just use this website. Okay. have it? Dragon Pink Shout. Yeah. God dang, 104. I forgot it was for 4 turns. Yeah, but the conditions. This objectively sucks. Now you could say it's like the gambling aspect, but like, you know, people will say this game is predicated on gambling, but that's not what makes the game fun. I feel like what makes the game fun is the strategy with the hint of gambling. But like for something like this, I feel like it's just so unfun. I don't have this unit personally, but with the other unit super attack unit of the bunch, I've experienced quite a frustration with this mechanic. I feel like the unit super attack, I'm sorry, EX super attack should be conditional, but after being conditional, it should not be chance gated. Because especially with a 77% chance, if you fail that, then you're gonna feel terrible, and then it just makes the entire mechanic feel stupid. When you hit it, it's gonna be amazing though, but you know, not hitting it is not cool. And then another thing with this guy, let's see if this website gives me his animations. Now, can I not watch it? Nope. Alright, can this website show me his animations? It's pretty tough. Pretty tough, yeah. Worst animation, best animations in the game, sorry. But no, this guy's animations in general, they're kinda chuddy. And if, alright, in a vacuum, they're not chuddy. But you make us wait a whole year for this guy, Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and this guy? I'ma be expecting great things if they're the part 1 headliners. And you got arts like this teasing their you know, their active skills and whatnot. Vegeta, you know what, for the most part he'll fine. This guy, his 12 key with like you're following this up after you release in future Gohan who exchanges into Trunks. I know the New Year's Dokkan Fest are there and they don't have the best animations, but like after watching New Year's Dokkan Fest, the assumption is, oh, they're saving it for the headliners. Well, these guys are headliners and they're treated like trash. They're treated like they're not like worthy of being headliners, and their animations, and honestly this guy in his kit, because he's, I would say, fringe top 10, and he's an anniversary headliner. I don't think we had a lower placed anniversary headliner than this guy. I don't think so. And like, he's got a fun kit. This is like the second coming of STR Cooler, so he's really fun. It's just like, you don't build him for the content that you release during the anniversary, and it feels obtuse, like, or pre-anniversary. Like, this guy gets Cell Max touches this guy inside and out, but he does touch Cell Max too. I'm not gonna diss this guy's kit, even though I just did. He's tough. He makes physical Diamond Mini tough better too. It's like, this guy, he's alright. Except for his 18 key. I hate the first camera angle of his 18 key where he's dashing in, and then the punch, it just like, with the Dokkan sprites, it just does not feel good. So his 18 key is kind of ugly, but you're here for the 12 key anyways. And oh yeah, another thing, the animations of the EX Supers are just, you know, them screaming is the voice line, and then I'm pretty sure Vegeta just says take this, and they just change one portion of the super attack, so the EX Super just feels less impressive because of that too. But so these guys' animations, they suck. Oh, again, I'm not gonna diss my boy Vegeta, but like, this guy, there's a lot of rough edges here, which is really disappointing, because like, you give me a good animation Super Saiyan 4 Goku and I feel like he'll be so cool. Legends released this dude in March. We got him for anniversary, and I feel like Legends did this guy better. And that's besides the art. The art is terrible in Legends, sorry. But here they definitely did give him very good arts. Alright, that was a long tangent on Daima. Majin Buu, he's kind of tough. I hate The one thing I hate about this unit is like this little card art, because his art's different right here, but you look at his SSR, this guy's a TUR, and he has the same art as his SSR. That's stupid, but you know, that's a nitpick. Whatever. This guy, I don't have much experience using him. He's alright, I guess, from what I've seen. Ain't Gohan. Alright, easying these two guys in the 11th anniversary. Now, let me tell you what the problem there is. At least them being like our first EZAs and only EZAs for a while. The problem with that is that these guys are not hype. They're so boring. This guy, I would love this guy. I like this guy. I use him a lot. But that's just because he's like amazing. His kit is amazing. But his animations, again, I can't play him for whatever reason. Oh wait, this does. What? Like this is free to play unit level animation. Like, no. And they also deleted Chiaotzu. What did Chiaotzu do to the Dokkan devs? I have no clue. Like, I like his 12 key though. His 12 key's kind of tough. Until this kick, because the kick feels weird. But I know it's a reference to the intro, so it's not that deep. But yeah, like the animations though, it feels like a free to play unit. Like the 8th anniversary free to play unit had better animation than these guys. Oh, whoops. I guess I could say. Yeah. And then this guy, he's just like the most boring character ever. I don't like him. I don't like his kid either. Yeah, Majiku, he's a very good free to play unit. These guys, pretty good. Tamagami 3 is probably the worst out of the bunch. But hey, let me stop you there. We got 4 free to play units for this anniversary. All pretty good, but let me tell you something. Where's the free-to-play LR? Every anniversary since the 4th has released a free-to-play LR. GDC released a free-to-play LR in Nova Shenron. Why don't we get one here? Just make Ku an LR. I don't really care. I mean, you wanted to give him decent animation, so like, I don't know, like, you can just make his animation suck. I don't really care. Just like, I don't know, give us an LR. Like, I'm innately less. I care less about these guys because they're not an LR, and that's just how it is. LRs are cool. Like, look at this. You see that, and then you just see that, and it's just like you make a pattern, and then you deviate from it. Like, what's the point of that? This is anniversary, and it felt like a regular celebration. Alright, then we get to this. Our 2 EZAs. Both of them, really good. But you know what the problem is? Why is it only 2? You know how many EZAs part 2 of GDC had? It was like 5. You got Sin Shenron, you got Int Gogeta, you had like 3 sub EZAs, you had Super EZA Omega. The 3 sub EZAs was like Super Saiyan Kid Goku, Super Saiyan Trunks, and I think Physical Pan. And then you got Extreme EZA Omega Shenron. That's 6. And then we just get 2 here. And also, like, Pan is really good. Rainbow Orb Changer. This guy needs that. But, like, they kind of, like, stripped her of her identity just to, like, fit the needs of this guy. And I feel like she was a lot more fun to use before that. But a lot more fun and a lot more frustrating. So I'm not going to complain about that, but like hitting big numbers with Pan was fun. But they just like stripped that from her. Alright, now here. Now you think I hated this guy? I actually like this guy now. He's grown on me. This character I hate. Now I say that with every fiber of my being. Now, I was the most excited for this character. This guy, oh my gosh. He's so beautiful. Can I even exchange him? Alright, we're going to get both forms up. Now, there's 2 problems with this guy. 2 problems I found with this guy. Well, actually, 1 major problem I have, but 2. Alright, so this is a problem because you have this character who wants to be a tank, he can get 90%. No, is that 80? It's 80% damage reduction with guard in slot 1. That's pretty good. Problem is, most bosses can just punch through 80% damage reduction nowadays with guard, at least on his first turn. So like, even with his max stuff up, he's still bullyable. Alright? And now, 4 rainbow orbs. You know how hard it is to get 4 rainbow orbs? They did, so they gave him double orb changing for the first turn. Now, you know what happens after the first turn? You just never get 4 rainbow orbs ever again unless you like gimp your other units of ki. And you're like, well, sure, I'll do that. Let's look at his team. GT Heroes. This guy turn 1 is orb hungry. And like most of the units on this team you're not going to use. Gogeta, he's good with ki. Unless you're in like a ki luring fight, which they've been releasing a lot of lately, by the way. This guy needs ki. This guy, well, he needs ki, but like, it doesn't matter if you get it for him. Alright, so only person here who's really conducive to his design is, where's Tech Pan? Right here. Tech Pan. She makes the rainbow orbs. Let's look at his other team. Power Wishes. Needs ki turn 1. Needs ki turn 1. He stacks. I mean, you can gimp him of ki and it won't hurt him too much, but I like getting this. I like getting this guy's stacks in, especially in the long fights. All right, the rest of the category is useless. And Power Beyond Super Saiyan. This character needs ki, but you can just have them 12 ki super rank the entire time. Needs ki. Needs ki. So you see the problem? And then you're going to have two of this guy on the team. Once this rainbow orb changing runs out, you're never going to get this ki. You're just not. Tech Pan helps alleviate that, but 4 rainbow orbs, that's really hard. And this guy, his turn 1 ability is change 2 types of ki orbs to rainbow. The UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegetas, their turn 1 ability is be invincible in slot 1. Now, you guys tell me what's better. Now, you may say this guy has the better team. That's true. But you know who's on their team? UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, because of this. They're also on the full team leader skill because they're Earth-bred fighters. So, like, what does this guy do? What does he do? That's a good question. And you want 24 ki. This guy, he struggles for ki, especially in long fights. In long fights, when his ki orbs changing is exhausted, you're pretty much just never going to get this guy 24 ki. Oh, and let me tell you something else about 24 ki. Yep, final shine attack. 70% chance of the super to be an EX super. So in a long fight, it's already a struggle to get this guy to 24 ki, sorry. And then once you get there, it's a 70% chance that you even hit what you want 24 ki for, minus the additional super. Because you want this in a long fight. And so, this guy, he's strong, but he feels so incohesive with the rest of his team. He just feels, he reminds me of the reason everyone hated Imp Broly back in the day. I liked Imp Broly because you just run his team and Imp Broly, he's smooth as butter. This guy, you run his team and he's as smooth as sandpaper. Alright, but this guy's beautiful. I like Super Saiyan 4 Goku. All of this is chill. You can run him for 1 turn and he has all the ink ki he could possibly have. You get that ink ki and he doesn't need it ever again. But the problem with this guy lies in the anime. I forgot. His active skill is a complete redo of the 8th anniversary STR Vegeta and Goku. Active skill revive. Why? You literally improve this animation if you make it Super Saiyan 4 Goku instead of base Kid Goku. And then I'll be like, oh, this is a nice animation. But The fact that they've reused the same animations of a unit that's meant to be used as them in the same celebration, in the same rotation, is disgusting. I was watching the animations and I lost all semblance of hype for this guy. Well, not all, like 50%. Just when I watched this, I was like, oh, you're just gonna reuse the same animations. And they give him the same. There's this one shot where Kid Ghost is looking down before he lobs it, and he just looks like really ugly in that shot. And it's just like, okay, this felt like a slap in the face. But yeah, there's them. This guy, this is my beloved. I love their animations. I love everything about them. This Vegeta might be in contention for one of my most favorite units right now. I love Evolution Blue Vegeta. He's beautiful. He's amazing. Turn 1 invincibility in slot 1. And slot 2 too. But you're going to want it for slot 1. You know, he gets 70% damage reduction. He has guard. He's beautiful. Active skill, pretty tough. Oh yeah. Gets key. A lot of defense. Where's his active skill? I missed it. But a lot of attack. You know, his active skill, it's not much utility to it, but it's a beautiful active skill. Makes him fit in slot 1 on that turn so he can stall. And then UI Goku's unit super. Now this is a unit super that makes sense why it's percent chance gated and key gated. Because, well, first of all, he's stacking defense. No, he gets that same effect. But then he just 100% dodge. So I'm fine with this. It's really hard to get this guy to 24 key sometimes. But, you know, 100% dodge in slot 1. And then after that, he has a survive KO attack. So if you're relying on his dodge, he has this after turn 1. Like, this unit just feels invincible. Even in long events, I bring them and I don't feel scared. So this unit's beautiful. This is what 11th anniversary feels like. I wish every other unit was as cohesive and as strong as them. Alright, can I go back? You know what? There. And then you got Legic. Legic, my beloved. I actually had most of my fun using Legic on Omega's team and clearing the artificial life form stages. That was the most fun I had in the 11th anniversary. These guys, they're just middling chuds. 8th anniversary LRs. This guy dies way too easily. In long events, this guy gets sniped. Because in long events, you're meant to have stacked up defense. This guy ain't got defense like that. So he dies a lot. And you could argue he has the revive. Yeah, he does, but after the revive, he dies. I used this guy in the Japanese version of the player choice battle, and turn 2 Goku and Frieza just like turned this guy inside and out. This guy, I love them. I love their standby. Invincible most of the time. This character has never died for me, and I used them a lot post EZA. Only problem with them is they don't stack attack, so it's kind of boring. Their base form is kind of boring, like just seeing the same attack stacks over and over. This is fun until you die with them. Then it's boring and annoying. Also, not having guaranteed crit on their Spirit Bomb. This not having guaranteed crit anywhere is an offense to all of us. Why? Why not? Come on, guys. It's actually frustrating. And then, you know what? But like, this guy has the same problem as this guy. I thought this guy was gonna save this guy, but both of them, like, you try running this as a rotation, this guy's gonna get sniped out past turn 1. He's just gonna get touched inappropriately. And this guy can he's a slot 2 merchant, even with his slot 1 ability up. Where is it? He still feels like a fraud, even if he's fully built up. Because it's only 70% damage reduction. Like, what do you expect to do that with that in slot 1? Nothing. These guys, beautiful. This guy, he's really cool. He's very powerful. I like him. Very needed help for Realm of Gods. But why couldn't Evolution Blue Vegeta Extreme Easy with him? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. But he was a welcome surprise. Now, that was a long talk, but let's talk about the events. Alright, events. So we got the summon. Okay, worst week. I ran a lot of this because at the beginning of the 11th anniversary, I was hyped, so I was like, let me link level, let me grind the clips. This event sucks. Terrible. Horrible. This was just way too easy. I beat both stages with Omega's team. Okay, and I will preface this. I only play the game to like summon and play difficult content. I'm not like one of the grinder guys who like, you know, is gay and goes on Grinder to find dudes and you know, grind up free-to-play units. So I just play for the difficult events. So these not being hard enough was kind of, you know, boring for me. But I will say I wasn't able to beat it until I got Legic. But that's because I'm missing half of Omega's team. I used... Maybe editor me will put my team clears on the screen. And maybe I should put my power level too. Good idea. I mean, hopefully I rewatch this. This, it's whatever. Growth packs. I think this is... Oh. Was this? No, that's the global only. We got number 1. Let's go. Whatever. These EZAs, they were just like insanely unhyped. This guy was really good though. I really appreciate this guy being so good. Boring. Extremely boring. Whatever. Story event. This is like copy and paste event number 21. I just, you know, ran Omega's team and it got touched. Alright. This is scummy. Why can I only get AGL Carnival Goku from this banner? Why were they not featured on the actual banners? This is scumbag material. This is like something Legends would do. You know? And I say that as a Legends Glazer, but like, this is something Legends would do. This is cruel. Like, imagine I summon for AGL Carnival Goku and I get this guy instead. Oof. This is whatever. This is called the challenge event, but it should just be a story event. It's a story event with a big health bar. That's what it is. Yeah, so there's that. Then we get this, and I was like, yo, part 2 about to be bussin', bro. Also, you just realized that was all the full extent of part 1's content. I only said like 5 things, by the way. Alright. This got Omega sweeped, so, you know, it was pretty fun. I like the design of the fights, but the stats, I guess, could have been higher. The Universal Survival Saga Duo did give me a little more trouble than the Super Saiyan Force. I beat the Super Saiyan Force turn 1, and I walked into both events blind. Yeah, sure, 30 stage EZAs. Well, 30 stage EZA and then Super EZA. Banners, these banners are pretty good, pretty standard. Oh, this was like a glorified Infinite Dragon Ball history. This was not hard at all. Redstone, cool, I guess. Did I go backwards? No, I didn't. Yeah, I think I'm going backwards because of how low content there is. I hate this anniversary if you couldn't tell. These guys were probably one of my most favorite parts about the anniversary, just because how angry everyone was at how mid they were. They weren't actually that bad. They're just like terribly mid, and they suck in almost all content. Well, if you exchange, ironically, Goku's better than Vegeta, but you only have Goku for 4 turns, and then all of his entire passive runs out. So then you're forced to switch to Vegeta, who's just like beat stick damage reduction character who can only go in slot 2. At least Goku can, like, you know, I guess dangerous situation go slot 1 because he had dodge, but Vegeta, what does he do? And their attack stats weren't even that impressive. These guys, they're probably the worst anniversary EZAs we've had since the 3rd years and 4th years. And that's kind of sad. I would say 6th anniversary EZAs completely mogged these guys. 6 years anniversary EZAs were undisputably 2 and 3. And UI Goku is still running around on teams to this day, even without his buffs. So, what the heck? Greatest tours. I actually had a lot of fun with this event. It was very frustrating. The one part I hated about this event, the stage 1, is that stage 1 and 2 and most of stage 3 were so insanely boring. I dislike. If I got sniped, I just wouldn't run the event again. But once Baby gets to Super Baby 2, from there to Omega, the event's really fun. So if it's started like that, then this would probably be one of my favorite events. However, it did not, and it wastes like 10 to 15 minutes of your time. Excuse me. Until you get to the actual interesting part of the fight. And also, I'm pretty sure they took this event away. Like, this event disappeared. You can't play this event anymore. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Jiren's in this fight, and Jiren's gone. Yeah. Why? Why is this gone? Why? This was like the most fun event ever, and you only had it for 20 days. It started February 26th, and it's March 10th. Why? Alright, so, artificial life forms, infinite attempts. That's cool, I guess, since the artificial life forms are probably my favorite stages. When you get to the Ultimate Red Zone Kai. God dang, this anniversary is so dry. I've only talked about one event so far that I actually had fun with. And the other one that was part of the New Year's celebration. Alright. And the Red Zone Kai, only Omega is fun. And this one, I don't even say any of the fights are fun because none of them are really unique while being difficult. Like, Goku and Frieza is just like, oh my gosh, their stats get bigger type stuff. Like, this Kai version of the Goku and Frieza fight gets rid of everything unique about the first one. And then just makes it a beat stick fight. Like, that's insanely disappointing. Omega, at least he has some nuance. No word I don't like. Nuance. To his abilities. And I really like the play on his old counter ability, where instead it's like a slot 1 super, and then turn 2 it's a AoE in the same slot that his old super attack would be. Omega is probably the only enjoyable fight I had out of these 6 stages. So, there's only like 2 or 3 stages in this entire anniversary I had fun with. Now, what's the problem? 10th anniversary had all of the Formidable Foe stages, and there was like 10 of those. And I would argue most of those, besides like the first 2 or 3, were fun. And then 10th anniversary had like 2 red zones with like 10 stages each, the Goku and the Vegeta one. And those were rather fun too. Like, I had fun using Gohan's full power team and going through all those. All the fun content, it leaves. This is gone. This is gonna leave in like a week. Let's see. This is gonna like leave in a week. And the global version is so insanely boring. And then the Japanese version is a glorified festival battles. Now, the Goku and Frieza has an interesting mechanic, but every single phase leading up to it, like, is just like so pathetically easy. It's like, spend 15 turns of turning your brain off and then one stage of thinking, one phase of thinking. And you can't even like enjoy really stacking up your spirit bombs, because the physical duo spirit bomb, it only gets more damage the more orbs you get, and if you give it support, so there's no point in stacking it besides Vegeta's invincibility. And the STR duo, in long events,
they're just gonna die.
I ran this event. Turn 2. STR duo. Dead. I didn't even do that many attacks to the Goken Frieza internal. So, there's that. And by the way, they wouldn't have that crit on their spare bomb anyways. Super Maximum, thank you.
How about Super Maximum F you?
That was a good one, I guess. I practiced that one in the shower. And then the rest is Deborah. It's Deborah. And also, why did this come out in the same breath as Deborah? March 5th. When did Deborah come out? March 6th. Okay, so I guess it was just barely with Deborah. And then Deborah, there's like nothing to do in his celebration. So like, you go from the deadest anniversary ever into a rather dead celebration.
You know what? I'm quoting and calling this the anniversary of hype and aura. I stole that from my brother, but pretend I made it up.
Did you guys enjoy your mommy ASMR? Anyways, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Speaking of mommy ASMR, it's probably more stimulating than this entire anniversary. Ah! This is probably my longest video yet, and the moral of the story is let me think. You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to live anymore. But that's how this anniversary. Yeah, this is me. This is me when this anniversary.
I'm asleep.
Again, this is the worst anniversary ever. Oh my gosh, man. It's raising my cortisol levels. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, I apologize for the air AC. It's just been blasting for the past hour and I can't stop it. Anyways, I'll see you guys.